Welcome to another deep dive. Today we're going to explore the Earth,
Okay.
but not in the way you might expect. We're diving into some unconventional perspectives based on transcripts from 4 YouTube hypnosis sessions.
Hypnosis sessions.
That's right, hypnosis.
Wow. Okay.
It might sound a little strange,
Yeah.
but these sessions offer a fascinating window into how our subconscious minds perceive our planet.
Yeah.
It's a departure from the typical scientific data and textbook explanations.
Right.
And that's what makes it so intriguing.
I see that.
So, these sessions delve into the Earth's formation, its structure, and even its relationship with celestial bodies, like the moon and the sun. We'll encounter some surprising claims and maybe even uncover hidden aspects of our reality along the way.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right, first up, let's talk about Earth's shape and size.
Okay.
You'd think that would be pretty straightforward, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a sphere, right?
Right, a sphere.
Yeah.
But even here, we get some variation. Yet, 3 of the sessions describe Earth as a sphere which aligns with our scientific understanding.
Okay.
But there are these interesting nuances.
Interesting.
It's like they're taking the basic concept of a sphere and adding their own unique interpretations.
Okay.
One person sees it as apple-shaped,
Apple-shaped.
another as donut-shaped.
Donut-shaped. Wow.
It makes you wonder if these descriptions are meant to be taken literally or if they symbolize something deeper, you know?
Right. Yeah. Could the apple shape be a metaphor for, like, Earth's nurturing qualities, its ability to sustain life?
Ooh, that's a good one. And what about the donut shape? Could that represent a kind of energetic flow, a central channel where Earth's energy is concentrated?
Those are interesting possibilities.
Yeah.
And then there's the 4th session, which throws a real curveball.
Oh, tell me about it.
This person describes Earth as part of a larger bean-shaped structure.
Bean-shaped Earth.
Now, I've never encountered that one before. Have you?
Me neither. It's definitely not what they teach in school. What could that even look like? And what does it say about how our perceptions can shape our understanding of something as fundamental as Earth's form?
It highlights the power of individual perspective, doesn't it? It reminds us that our perception of reality is just that, our perception.
Okay, so we've got spheres, donuts, and beans.
That's quite the variety.
Let's dig into what lies beneath the surface, Earth's interior.
Okay.
Interestingly, all 4 sessions describe a central core,
Okay.
which aligns with scientific models, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the descriptions of its composition differ.
In what way?
Some mention lava, others talk about a concentrated form of energy.
It's almost as if they're tapping into something beyond the physical composition of the core, like sensing its energetic qualities.
Right.
And this is where it gets really interesting. 3 sessions mention the presence of life within Earth.
Really?
Not just microbial life, but civilizations.
Inner Earth civilizations.
Now, that's a concept that has captured the imagination for centuries.
It has. We see it in myths and legends from around the world.
Yeah.
But to see it emerge in these hypnosis sessions is really intriguing.
It certainly is. One session describes microorganisms and unclassified creatures in the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean.
That in itself is pretty amazing, considering how little we actually know about that environment.
Yeah, like a hidden world within our world.
Right. But another session goes even further, describing advanced civilizations residing in these vast underground cities.
Oh, wow.
They're described as having white skin and possessing incredibly advanced technology.
Advanced civilizations living beneath the surface. It makes you question our understanding of history and evolution, doesn't it? What if these inner Earth civilizations have existed for far longer than we realize?
It really does.
What if they possess knowledge and technologies that we can only dream of?
That would be amazing.
It definitely challenges the narrative, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But wait, there's more. Another participant describes a race of small humanoid beings living on what they perceive as the surface of the inner Earth, completely unaware of life above them.
So many
Multiple layers of life, each with its own level of awareness and evolution,
Yeah.
and each challenging our assumptions about what it means to exist on this planet.
Hmm.
What stands out to you about all of this?
Honestly, just the sheer scope of possibilities that these sessions open up.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, what else lies hidden beneath our feet? What secrets is Earth holding?
It's a reminder that we've only scratched the surface of what there is to know about our own planet.
Speaking of hidden wonders, let's move on to another fascinating celestial body, the moon.
Okay.
And as with everything else we've discussed, we've got diverse interpretations of its significance.
The moon, our constant companion in the night sky, the source of tides and moonlight.
Right.
But what if it's more than that?
That's exactly what these sessions suggest.
Hmm.
One person describes the moon as a companion or partner to Earth, influencing our planet's climate, and even something they call materialization processes.
Materialization processes. Now that's intriguing. What could that even mean? Are we talking about the creation of physical matter or something more subtle, like energy condensing into form?
Right. It's as if the moon isn't just a passive observer, but an active participant in shaping our reality.
And this ties into another intriguing point from the sessions, the concept of the moon as a magnetic emitter.
Oh yeah, one person suggests it's potentially involved in programming human and even plant psyches.
Hmm.
It's a bit unsettling,
Yeah,
but also incredibly intriguing.
I agree.
It makes you wonder about the subtle ways we might be influenced by celestial bodies.
The moon's gravitational pull creates the tides, influencing the rhythms of the ocean. Could it also be influencing us on a deeper level, affecting our biorhythms, our emotions, our very consciousness?
It's a really good point.
It's a fascinating question to consider.
It is, but hold on, the moon's story gets even wilder. One session suggests that, originally, Earth had several moons,
Several moons.
potentially artificially created and later destroyed,
Wow.
leading to cataclysmic events on our planet.
So the moon we see today may be just a remnant of a much more complex lunar history, one that's deeply intertwined with Earth's evolution.
It makes you wonder, what role did these other moons play? And what caused their destruction? Could there be evidence of this ancient lunar history hidden in plain sight?
Those are great questions.
And it leads us to another key player in our cosmic neighborhood, the sun.
Okay.
Again, we get contrasting viewpoints here.
Hmm.
One session describes it as a nuclear reactor, which is the standard scientific explanation.
All right.
Another person sees the sun as potentially an artificial installation, providing Earth with heat, light, and radiation.
An artificial sun. That's a bold claim. It challenges our understanding of the very nature of stars and raises questions about who might have created such a structure and for what purpose.
We're used to thinking of the sun as this massive, naturally occurring ball of gas. But what if it's something else entirely?
Right.
And to add another layer to this cosmic puzzle, another person draws a parallel between the sun-Earth relationship and a male-female dynamic, with intense energy exchanges taking place between them.
So the sun isn't just a source of energy, but potentially a force that interacts with Earth on a much deeper, more dynamic level.
Yeah.
And this interaction, as you mentioned, is described as having a distinctly gendered quality.
Yeah, it's definitely a different way of looking at it.
It makes you wonder about the interconnectedness of everything in our universe.
It really does.
Absolutely. If the sun and Earth are engaged in this dynamic interplay of energies, then where do we, as humans, fit into this cosmic dance? It's a question worth exploring.
It really is.
It's fascinating to think about the Earth as this dynamic, interconnected being constantly interacting with the sun and moon. And as we delve deeper into these hypnosis sessions, we uncover even more details that support this view.
Oh, absolutely. It's the details that really bring these sessions to life. Like one participant actually describes the process of Earth's formation. They see a primordial sun, not the one we know today, and it explodes.
An explosion as the catalyst for creation. That's a powerful image, isn't it? It reminds me of the Big Bang Theory, the idea that the universe began with a massive explosion of energy.
Right. And then this person describes how matter starts accumulating around a central point, kind of like a snowball, gathering more and more snow as it rolls.
So, a gradual accretion of matter, driven by some central force or energy, that aligns with certain scientific theories about planetary formation. It's fascinating how these sessions seem to echo scientific concepts while also veering into uncharted territory.
Exactly. But then this person takes it a step further. They describe this swirling mass of matter as incredibly hot, and that water, as we know it, wasn't present yet.
Interesting. So, a fiery primordial Earth devoid of the life-giving water we depend on, it makes you wonder, how did that transformation occur? When did water enter the picture?
Well, this person sees it as a kind of cosmic bombardment. They describe massive ice meteors crashing into Earth, and that's how they believe the oceans were formed.
So, a cataclysmic event, a sudden infusion of water that transformed a fiery wasteland into a habitable planet. That's a dramatic shift, and it makes me think about the role of impact events in shaping our planet's history. Scientists believe that asteroid impacts have played a significant role in Earth's evolution, and this account from the hypnosis sessions seems to resonate with that idea.
It's like these sessions are offering a glimpse into deep time, a time before recorded history when Earth was undergoing these dramatic transformations. And remember how we were talking about multiple moons earlier? Well, this person sees those moons, playing a role in that transformation too. They describe them as having a kind of stabilizing effect, helping to hold everything together during that chaotic period.
So not just passive observers, but active participants in shaping Earth's destiny. It really strengthens the idea that celestial bodies are interconnected and influence each other in ways we might not fully understand. It's like a delicate cosmic dance.
A cosmic dance with Earth at the center. And speaking of interconnectedness, we can't forget about the inner Earth civilizations we talked about earlier. One participant goes into fascinating detail about a specific civilization they encountered during a session.
Oh, tell me more. What kind of beings did they encounter?
Well, they describe these beings as humanoid, but with very pale skin, and they're much taller than us.
So a race of tall, pale humanoids dwelling beneath the surface. It evokes images of mythical beings like the elves of folklore, but in this case they're described as having advanced technology and living in these vast subterranean cities.
Exactly. And they communicate telepathically, and they're described as incredibly peaceful and wise.
A technologically advanced, telepathic, and peaceful civilization. Sounds almost utopian, doesn't it? It's like a reflection of our own aspirations for a more evolved society. What struck you most about this encounter?
Well, this person asks these beings why they choose to live underground, and their response is fascinating. They say, "We live on the surface."
They live on the surface, but they're underground. That seems like a contradiction.
Exactly. And it highlights a really interesting point perspective. What we perceive as underground, they might perceive as the surface. It's a reminder that our perception of reality is just that, our perception. It might be limited compared to the perceptions of other beings or even other dimensions of existence.
It challenges us to question the very foundations of our understanding. What if our concept of up and down is entirely relative? What if there are layers of reality coexisting that we're not even aware of?
It's mind-boggling, isn't it? It makes you realize how much we take for granted based on our limited senses and experiences. And it gets even weirder. This person asks about Earth's shape, and the beings tell them to look at Lake Baikal.
Lake Baikal, that's in Siberia, right? What's the significance of that?
That's what's so intriguing. The beings don't explain it. They just say that the answers lie there at the bottom of Lake Baikal. It's like a cryptic clue inviting us to explore further.
So a mystery within a mystery. It's almost as if these beings are nudging us toward discovery, encouraging us to seek out the truth for ourselves.
Right. And even though this person couldn't get into their city, they could sense that these beings were benevolent and somehow connected to Earth's well-being. They described them as keepers of the planet, helping to maintain balance and harmony.
So not just inhabitants of the inner Earth, but guardians, protectors of our planet. It's a beautiful concept. What if these civilizations are working behind the scenes to ensure Earth's survival, even as we, on the surface, seem intent on destroying it? It makes you think about the potential for unseen forces working to guide and protect us, even when we're unaware of their presence.
It's a comforting thought, isn't it? That maybe we're not alone in this, that there are forces working for good, even in the face of our own destructive tendencies. But it also raises the question, why don't they reveal themselves more openly? Why this cryptic message, this hidden guidance?
That's a good question. Perhaps they're operating under a different set of rules, a different understanding of time and intervention. Or maybe they're waiting for us to reach a certain level of consciousness, a level of awareness that allows us to understand and appreciate their presence.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like we have to earn their trust, prove ourselves worthy of their guidance.
Exactly. And this ties into another theme that comes up in these sessions, the idea that humans are, in a way, sick.
Sick. In what sense?
Well, one participant describes how these inner Earth beings perceive humans as carrying a lot of fear, a lot of negativity. They see us as polluting not just the physical environment, but the energetic environment as well. It's like
right.
our negativity is a kind of disease that's spreading, infecting the planet.
So our negativity, our fear, our destructive tendencies. It's not just impacting the planet on a physical level, but on a deeper energetic level as well. And these inner Earth beings, as guardians of the planet, are sensitive to these imbalances.
Exactly. It's like they're the caretakers of Earth's energy field, and our negativity is disrupting that field, creating disharmony.
Yeah.
And this makes me think about the concept of Gaia, the ancient Greek goddess who personified the Earth. The idea is that Earth is a living being, a self-regulating system, and that we as humans are part of that system.
So if we're polluting the planet, we're also polluting ourselves. And if we're disrupting Earth's energy, we're disrupting our own energy as well. It's all interconnected.
Precisely. And these inner Earth beings, perhaps they're more attuned to this interconnectedness, more sensitive to the subtle energies that flow through the planet. And they're trying to guide us back into balance to help us heal ourselves and, in turn, heal the Earth.
That's a powerful thought, isn't it? It makes you realize the responsibility we have not just for our own well-being, but for the well-being of the planet as a whole.
It does, and it makes me wonder if we could collectively heal ourselves, if we could shed our fear and negativity. Would that have a positive impact on the planet as a whole? Would it strengthen Earth's energy, so to speak?
It's a fascinating concept to consider, and it ties into the idea that humanity has the potential to awaken, to evolve beyond its current limitations.
It's almost as if we're at a crossroads, facing a choice: continue down a path of destruction, or embrace our potential for healing and transformation. And perhaps these inner Earth beings are waiting for us to make that choice, to choose the path of healing and evolution.
It's like they're holding space for us, offering us guidance and support, but ultimately the choice is ours. We have to choose to heal, to evolve, to become the best versions of ourselves.
Absolutely. And that choice ultimately lies with each individual, doesn't it?
Welcome back. We've been on quite a journey through these unconventional perspectives on Earth, haven't we?
We have, from inner Earth civilizations to the possibility of a Taurus-shaped planet.
So much.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
But as we wrap up our deep dive into these hypnosis sessions, there's one final theme that keeps emerging,
Oh.
and it's perhaps the most hopeful of all.
Oh, I like hopeful.
Me too.
Amidst all the talk of potential manipulation and hidden forces, these sessions also point to humanity's incredible potential for something more.
Right.
Something beyond our current limitations.
Exactly. And it's not just vague notions of like reaching our full potential.
Right.
These sessions offer specific glimpses into what that more might actually be.
I'm curious.
Okay, so one participant describes humans as having a kind of dormant energy, a latent power that's just waiting to be awakened. They compare it to a seed that's planted deep within us, ready to sprout and grow.
That's a powerful analogy. It's like the seed contains all the potential for a magnificent tree.
Right.
But it needs the right conditions to germinate and flourish.
Exactly.
Perhaps we as humans are like those seeds.
Ooh, I like that.
Carrying within us the potential for extraordinary growth and transformation.
Yeah.
But needing the right environment, the right nourishment to unlock that potential.
Okay, so then what might that nourishment be?
Good question.
One person sees it as a process of remembering,
Remembering.
of reclaiming our true identity, our connection to a higher consciousness.
So not just developing new abilities, but remembering who we truly are. Tapping into a source of wisdom and power that's always been within us.
Exactly. It's like we've been living in a state of amnesia, forgetting our true nature, our connection to the cosmos.
And these sessions are like gentle reminders.
Yeah.
Nudging us towards remembrance.
And another participant describes it as breaking free from the limitations of our programmed reality,
Oh, interesting.
the constraints of our belief systems. It's like stepping out of the matrix, seeing the world with fresh eyes.
And realizing that we have the power to choose a different path, a different reality.
Exactly.
But that requires courage, doesn't it? To let go of the familiar, to step into the unknown.
It does. But there's also a sense of liberation that comes with that.
Oh, absolutely.
A feeling of empowerment.
Yeah.
Like we're finally taking control of our own destiny. And speaking of control,
Yeah.
remember how we discussed the possibility of humanity being manipulated by unseen forces?
Right?
Well, this idea of awakening, of reclaiming our power, offers a counter-narrative to that.
In what way?
It suggests that we have the ability to break free from those influences, to become conscious co-creators of our reality.
So we're not just pawns in someone else's game.
Right.
We have the power to change the rules of the game.
Exactly. It's like we're graduating from a cosmic kindergarten,
Cosmic kindergarten. I like that.
where we were passively following the rules set by others, to a level where we become active participants, conscious designers of our own lives, and ultimately of the world we want to live in.
That's a beautiful thought.
So how do we get there? What's the path to this awakening?
Yeah. How do we unlock that potential?
Well, one participant suggests that it's about healing,
Healing.
about releasing the fear and negativity that keep us trapped in cycles of suffering and limitation.
That makes sense. Fear and negativity can be incredibly debilitating,
You can.
keeping us stuck in old patterns, preventing us from seeing our true potential.
Right.
And healing those wounds, releasing those limiting beliefs, allows us to step into a more empowered state of being.
And it's not just about individual healing.
Yeah.
It's about collective healing as well. Another person describes how one person's awakening can inspire countless others, creating a ripple effect of transformation that spreads throughout the planet.
Like a chain reaction.
Yeah, it's like the butterfly effect, but on a cosmic scale.
One person makes a different choice, and it impacts the whole world.
Exactly. One person chooses love over fear, forgiveness over resentment, compassion over judgment.
And that choice sends out a ripple of energy that impacts everyone around them.
It's a beautiful vision, isn't it? A world where harmony, peace, and love are the guiding principles.
It's a world I want to live in.
And it's not just wishful thinking. These sessions suggest that this transformation is already underway, that more and more people are waking up to their true nature, their interconnectedness with all things.
That's encouraging.
It is. And it's not always a smooth or easy process. It can be messy and challenging, filled with ups and downs, but ultimately it's a journey worth taking.
A journey towards a world where we live in alignment with Earth's natural rhythms, respecting all beings and honoring the interconnectedness of all things.
A world where we recognize our role as stewards of this planet, working together to create a sustainable future for generations to come.
It's a beautiful vision.
It is. And it's one that I believe is within our reach. But it's going to require a collective effort, a willingness to let go of old paradigms and embrace new possibilities.
So what can we do? How do we contribute to this awakening?
That's a great question. And it brings us to a final question for you, our listener. What role will you play in this grand awakening? What steps will you take to unleash your hidden potential and contribute to the creation of a world that reflects our highest aspirations?
What kind of world do you want to live in?
It's a question worth pondering, isn't it? As we wrap up this deep dive into the mysteries of Earth and humanity, I encourage you to keep exploring, keep questioning, keep pushing the boundaries of your perception. The journey is just beginning, and the possibilities are truly infinite.
That's it for this deep dive. Until next time, keep seeking, keep discovering, and keep diving deep.